Well, hello there, stamping friends. This is Traci Raether from Plum Crazy Stamping. Welcome to Facebook Live. I think it's August 17th. Tonight I've decided to challenge myself to make a fun fold card in 5 minutes or less. So I hope that you're going to help cheer me on here as I try to beat the clock. I am going to go ahead and put the camera down and go ahead and introduce the products that I'm using. We are still celebrating, so I want to show you what I'm going to use tonight, which are some of the free products that I've earned over the last month. So let me go ahead, and it's going to take me just a moment to flip my camera down. And if you will sign in, please, as you're joining me, so I know who's here and where you're from. And I need to fire up the computer again. Gets a little temperamental when I get it all set up here and then don't touch it for a few minutes. So we'll get that refreshed. And oh boy, I took it right out of Facebook mode. Let's try again. All right, so giving you a couple of seconds here to join me. And I think we're back at it here. All right, so let's see, I want to make sure that you can see everything. So this is the celebration brochure. We're less than a half a month, actually exactly, I believe, 2 weeks to yet get an order in where you can earn free products out of our celebration brochure. Now, there are additional celebration freebies you can earn that are on the Stampin' Up website or in my Stampin' store because a couple of things have run out. They still do have the free Wonderful World stamp set and designer series paper. And that is what I'm going to be using tonight for my 5-minute fun fold challenge. So you get the paper and the stamp set for $100, which is a really good deal, in addition to the other products that you're getting. So I just wanted to give you a little close-up of the papers here that are a part of this set. There are these closer designs that you can use as backgrounds. Then they have ones you can punch out to be images. I guess this would be another one that could be a background paper. Check out these large images. You could fussy cut them or do a pattern around them. And then these are double-sided, so on the other side are, you know, a little bit more muted and can go with, you know, a number of different things. So this is just a peek, and there are actually 12 pieces of paper in this free set. So you get 2 of each of these 2-sided sheets. All right, let's get that out of our way. And then I'm going to use the stamp set. So 3 different flowers, a couple of different leaves, and these are really pretty. They are, I don't know if they're distinctive, but you can see the different detail in them. And then for my sentiment tonight, I'm going to use Peaceful Moments. And then I'm going to be using some of the 22 to 24, 2024 in colors. And I'm going to use Stampin' Write markers tonight and share with you the markering technique. So that's on deck also. All right, so with that being said, now I'm a little nervous here. I want to make sure I'm going to make the time. I am going to introduce the card, and I'm going to teach it at the same time that I am being timed. Now, I want to know who's interested in timing me. Does somebody have a, you know, on your phone, or just want to set it on your watch? Who will be a timer for me? So I'm seeing hi Michelle, hi Connie, hi Pat, hi Jean. Will one of you ladies be the timer for me? It would be helpful if I could have someone else time it, because I'm using my phone to tape what I'm doing and my computer, you know, to kind of run some of this stuff. So if somebody will time me, and when I get started, I'll say go and you can hit the timer, and we'll see if I can do this in 5 minutes. You know, it's not about the 5 minutes, it's about the fun, but I am challenging myself. Hi, Deb. So I'm just waiting to see who will be the timer. If you just write in the comment, then I'll know. Hi, Betty. I'm glad people are signing in here. I'm waiting for a timer, somebody to set a 5 minutes. Christy, hi. Great. So when I say go, you can start your timer, and when 5 minutes are up, hopefully I'll be done before that, but otherwise let me know when it's the end of 5 minutes, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get set with our fun fold. So I'm going to set the paper here, Christy, and I'm going to say, please start your timer. Thank you. All right, so tonight I'm using the Starry Sky cardstock for our fun fold. This is the regular 8.5 by 11, half a piece of that, so it's 8.5 by 5.5. I have scored this at 4 1/4 and 3/4. So to make my card base, I'm just going to fold this on the 4 1/4 and use my bone folder. I'm also going to take the flap and just press that backwards here and use my bone folder. I thought for something different tonight, I'm going to use my Stamp It Seal as my adhesive. So the first thing I'm going to do is just adhere this flap onto the front of the card. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take some of this Designer Series paper. So I have a total of 2.5 by 5.5. So it's going to be as high, or, you know, the vertical way on my card. And then I took this piece and I cut it from 2.5 inches. I cut it in 1 inch, 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and 1/4 inch. And now all I'm going to do is I'm going to actually adhere this to my card front in different intervals. Now the thing that you would be able to do is you could do this same thing, but you could cut your Designer Series paper strips in whatever sizes you wanted to make, you know, your card front. So I am going to just line these up here. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see me putting the adhesive on that piece. And I'm going to leave a little spot in between these. Okay. Then I'm going to put this on the flap. I'm using the 1/2 inch on my 3/4 inch flap so that there is a little extra card stuck on each side of it. Okay. And then I'm going to take this very small, and I'm going to use my silicone mat here for the 1/4 inch strip. And that is going to go right on the edge of the card so that you can see it the whole time, even if you are looking at the inside of the card. Okay, and I got a little extra adhesive, so I'm just going to rub that right off of there. There we go. All right, and just to double check here, I am going to trim a little bit on the edges here so that they're equal with my card front. There's adhesive on there, so I got to be careful. And I'm going to also do it on the back right here. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp on my card insert which is 3 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to just do happy birthday in here. So this is the stamp that I told you was from the Peaceful Moments. I just want to try to get this as straight as I can, right in the center. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and shut my stamp pad. I'm using Starry Sky here. And I'm going to put a little seal adhesive on this. Okay, and I'm just going to center that. And what I wanted to make sure happened was just that it is, you can't see it when this is closed, okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and make a focal image, and I'm going to use my circle punches for that. So I'm just going to make a basic white circle to actually do my markering technique. Okay, and then I'm going to actually layer that with the Starry Sky. Oops, I made that the same one. I need to make it bigger. Well, you know what? It's going to be, let me see if I can do this. Of course, when you're trying to do something in a hurry, this will be unique. Can I get another edge around here? Let's see. And make it bigger. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'll cut it out and we'll try. Okay. So let me go ahead and show you the markering technique. So I have one of the flowers from the stamp set, Wonderful World. I'm first going to use actually the Orchid Oasis, and I'm going to use the brush tip of this marker. Oh, 2 minutes left. I'm getting nervous. So I'm going to just go across the flower here. And then on the other side, I'm not going to go into the leaves because I'm going to do those in Parakeet Party. And I only have to do a part of this flower because the whole thing isn't going to fit on there anyway. Okay. All right, now I'm going to do Parakeet Party. Oh, time is up. But I am explaining, you're right. Okay, let's just see. I'll finish this. We're almost done. So I am markering now with the Parakeet Party. Okay, and then what you do so that you reactivate the ink is I'm actually going to be just breathing on it, adding moisture to it, and then I'm just going to center it on here. Okay, put that off to the side. And then the goal was to be able to, you know what? Put this round circle around it. Okay. You know what? I'm able to make it work. I could also just stagger the circle since I cut it out with the wrong circle punch. But let's just put this together here. So I'm going to kind of... not quite the center. Okay. So now that's there. And then I'm going to mount this right in the middle of that. And actually, you can see here that this didn't quite connect, so I love these markers because you can fix things. There we go. And there's our card in more than 5 minutes. Darn. I will have to try again. But anyway, I hope you like this card, and I hope that you could see how easy it was. I actually have another one. Tell me, would you like me to try to make a second one? I'm willing to challenge it again. I do have it set up to do one more card. You tell me if you'd like to see one more card. I'd be happy to do it. Are you up for another one? Hi, Jean. Thanks for saying nice card. Hi, Beth. Glad that you liked it. Okay. So, you know, I can do another 5-minute challenge. Christy, will you time me again, and let's see if I don't talk so much, if I can do it for you. Let's look at one that I've cut just a little bit differently. And this time I'm going to do the flower all in one color, okay? So we'll do it a little bit different. So remember, we're just going to take our regular cardstock here. And this time I'm taking an inch folding back. So once again, you know, you can play with this. I had 3/4 of an inch last time. This time I'm doing just the inch. And I'll go ahead and tape this back. And then I'm going to put the larger piece of cardstock. I cut these a little differently, but I'm still using the 2.5 by 5.5 to make some variety on the front of the card. Okay. There we go. Put this very close to that one. And now I can decide to put it on here, but actually I am going to go right on to here. Okay. And then we're going to do our stamping. So I'm going to use Mossy Meadow. That's my cardstock here. And first I'm going to do the center of the card. Now this ink is a little funky in this pad. I'm not quite sure what the issue is, but let's see what it looks like on here. Okay, wishing you every happiness. And then I'm going to take the iris here, and I'm just going to do that in a solid color this time, kind of all green to match. If I had one of the pinks, I could do that too, but I'm just going to do this like this. There we go, still pretty, even in just one color. Okay, now let's layer this. Let's go ahead and do the card insert. And then this time I am going to pop this up with 3 dimensionals. And there we go. And there is that card. Did I make it? Did I make it? Hi, Betty. Christy, was it less than 5 minutes? So here's another example of another card. But I guess my point is, you can easily make these cards, make them a little different, and just change up your measurements a little bit. All right, it's a big win, says Christy, yay. Anyway, changing them up just a little bit. This is just a little bit of designer series paper, so you can use any designer series paper. You can, you know, make whatever you want for the measurements of that and how you use it on the card. You can do whatever you want. You can use circles, rectangles. You could use something that you fussy cut on here as well. And then just doing the 3 by 5 1/4 so your inside card insert doesn't show. So any other questions? Oh my gosh, 2 minutes and 12 minutes was, no, and 12 seconds left on the clock. All right. Well, anyway, even though I didn't do it the first time, thanks for hanging in there and seeing the second time around. Remember that I will put the exact measurements in my email next week. So if you're not on my email list, please sign up, and I will be putting in the notes with these card pictures how to sign up for my email list. So let me go ahead and flip the camera up here so I can just say thanks again for joining me tonight, and thanks for participating in the 5-minute fun fold challenge. One winner, one not so good, but anyway. Any questions, please feel free to email me at Traci, Traci, at plumcrazystamping.com. Have a great night and happy stamping. Bye-bye now.